Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another show. Today we are here for the commitment, of course, for none other than Quanell. I'm going to butcher his last name, I believe. Farrakhan Jr. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. He is set to commit here in just a few moments, about 2 to 3 minutes here. It's out of the likes of Colorado, Nebraska, Alabama, and Texas A&M. A lot of buffs in the chat. Buffs are feeling pretty good about it. Had the tweet from Coach yesterday. 4 buffs. Got to think that means 4 stars, maybe 4 recruits. I don't think 4 recruits are going to happen today, so we're going to go on the side of 4 stars. Shortly after, the announcement of this wide receiver here was set to him for committing here. So, just about 2 minutes, we're going to go to that live stream. We're going to take a look at that. But while we are waiting, take a look at this young man's film, whatever school that you're here for, whether it's Colorado, Bama, A&M, or Nebraska. Could it be the Buffs' first big W over Nebraska? Alabama just landed themselves a 5-star wide receiver just about 30 minutes ago. Big time pickup for them. I don't see them going after 2 today. Would be crazy. But I like the chances for Colorado. Of course, Nebraska should be a fun one as well. Of course, the rivalry that is with Nebraska and Colorado. Great stuff there. So, again, could this be that first little notch on the board against Nebraska? Another big-time pickup for the 2025 class for Colorado. Already more than they had last year. I've talked about this. I've given my thoughts on it. I believe the Buffs and Prime will slowly pick and choose who they're going to get. Coach said on Twitter that it's 1 commit for today. Okay, so the 4 buffs, I must be meaning that it is 4 stars. So that's what we're looking at there. Let me know down in the comment section. What are you feeling? I'm sure we're all buffs here today. If I had to guess, I imagine a lot of buffs in the chat, which I'm already seeing a lot of buffs. So good to see you. Happy to have you here. Hey, we're almost at 10,000 subs too. So if you guys could smash that sub button and subscribe, it mean a lot to me. I think we're less than 100, less than 150, something like that. Maybe 200. I'm losing count. But it's close. It's closer than I thought it would be. Let me double check here, and I'll tell you exactly where we're at for those that are watching. I really do appreciate it. A little less than 200. So, watching this film here, man, you gotta like what you see. An all-around player. These players are becoming more and more important. I call them the Swiss Army knife. You see him playing cornerback. You see him playing wide receiver. The two side of the ball there are always appealing to Coach Prime and the Buffs, especially if you're a player. How could it not be appealing to you? Comes at the backfield like a Deebo Samuel type. Extremely athletic player, a playmaker. And this is where I think, look, for the Buffs, you got to be excited because a lot of these kids that are extreme playmakers, the Swiss Army knives, Colorado appeals to them because they're going to be able to use that. You got a lot of those guys, a lot of explosive playmakers, exciting stuff willing to happen. And look, although he is a 4-star wide receiver, I wouldn't be shocked if he tiptoed on the other side of the line, saw how the cornerback position would play for him out in Colorado as well, too. I imagine that probably had a lot to do with him being recruited to Colorado. So, look, I love playing wide receiver, but I don't want to sleep on the fact that I could be, a 2-position athlete here for the Buffs. So, again, I'm not saying he's a buff lock. Just all signs feel like it's going to be a buff lock. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why we're talking the way that we're talking. Let's see here if they're live for the commit. We are not live for his commit just yet, so just give us a moment. As soon as that bad boy clicks and rocks, we will be there. I find myself in the stall game a lot, right? Having to make this thing work and stall this thing out. Almost 200 people in here. Again, smash the like button and subscribe if you guys do enjoy this content. We've got Colorado Buff. Bat signal is in the sky. Let's go. From Warren Lonez. It is in the sky. It is flying high today. Bryson Rice, let's go Buffs. There we go. Let's see. So look, Buff fans feeling really good about it. And you got to like what you see on tape as well, too. Like I said, big kid out of Texas. Let's take a look at his stats here. 5'11", 6 foot, 175 out of Spring, Texas, North Shore. Right now, he's got offers from Colorado, UCLA, Houston, Alabama, Georgia, of course, Texas A&M, TCU. He's got offers throughout the roof. 90.38, 4-star on all recruiting platforms. So the kid's got it going on. Here we go. You guys hear that? That is the music letting us know that we are in the countdown for the commitment. Quanell farrakhan Jr. About a minute to go, boys and girls. Don't go anywhere. Sit back, relax, smash the like button, and subscribe. Could this be the first step or the first domino, maybe the second or third domino? I know a big-time offensive lineman committed about a couple weeks ago. Just one more domino towards the Juju train. Is this what's needed here? Building around Juju Lewis, giving him weapons, giving him offensive linemen. Got to feel good right now on where things are headed. It feels like there's a little bit of trouble in paradise for USC. That doesn't mean that Colorado's an automatic lock. I know Auburn has made some big pushes, right? It's Juju Lewis, top quarterback in the country. Something to note, while we got 30 seconds on the clock, he dropped from a 5-star to a 4-star on some recruiting platforms. Some alluded that to being like, hey, that's a shot, right? Because there's schools, some schools have this. When their schools goes after them, the recruiting sites tend to have a bitterness towards those schools, right? Colorado being one of those with Coach Prime. Could that be a factor? I don't know. It's always weird to me when these kids drop rankings in the middle of summer. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Juju hasn't been going to camps. He's been traveling. He's been visiting. They do take that into consideration, what other coaches have said. I'm just letting you know what I know.
All right.
Here we go, boys.
Welcome into the On3 Studios. We're live here in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome in. Get seated, get comfortable. We're here for another live commitment, and I'm excited about the big one that we have got going today. An On300 overall prospect from the state of Texas is going to be committing right here on the On3 Recruits channel. Before we get into it, though, make sure you guys are locked in. Hit subscribe to the On3.
Josh Newberg from
channel.
On3. $100 on black and gold from Warren.
Who are we here for today? It's Quanell.
There he is.
Jr.
5'11 and a half, boys and girls. We're going to turn
from
down
Spring,
Newberg.
Texas.
He's just
So
going to say what I just said. So
5'11
we'll shut him off for just a bit while he's rambling on.
Is the 38th best player at his position.
How we feeling?
And he's got a ton of offers. But Farrakhan has narrowed his list down to 4. You see it. Alabama, Colorado, Nebraska, and Texas A&M. And after getting on the road, taking his official visits this summer, Farrakhan Jr. is ready to make his decision. I'm excited to host this one. Let's put on the film. Quanell Farrakhan Jr. First thing I see when I turn on the tape, outstanding speed and quickness. The quickness allows him to be a versatile weapon on offense. He can line up at a multitude of positions, but he's a very productive wide receiver. Excellent ball skills.
No whammies.
Now, he's listed at 5'11".
I love it. No whammies. No whammies.
Than that, as he can high point the football. Now, you can see why Quanell Farrakhan is so coveted. Now,
Rob's
take
feeling
a
good.
look at Farrakhan Jr.'s social handles. Remember to give him a follow as his career is just about to take off. There it is. Hit follow, follow, follow. All right. I think we have Quanell Farrakhan Jr. out in Texas. There he is, ready to go. Quanell, today's your big day. What are the emotions like?
It's really crazy to me right now, but I'm super excited at the end of the day. So I just want to thank everybody that's here supporting me, and I want to thank you also for letting me.
3 hats, guys.
Oh,
no
absolutely.
Nebraska hat.
Thank you for your time. Now, we see your finalists. You got Alabama, Colorado, Nebraska, Texas A&M. What was it about these teams that made your final list?
Really just relationships. I feel like when I have relationships with the coaching staff, that really helps my recruitment. And, it just really shows how much they really want me at the end of the day because, when the coach is calling me at 12 at night, checking on me outside of football,
peep the black gold balloons. Black gold balloons, back left.
All right, Quanell. It's your moment. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous and let us know where you're committing to college.
Black gold balloons.
First off, I want to thank everybody that's here right now standing up. I want to thank the whole coaches that's sitting here right with me because, without them, I wouldn't be here. And I also want to thank God because he wouldn't have put me in this position if it wasn't for him. So, it's been a very, very crazy journey at the end of the day. But, it's down to this. So, I'm going to be taking my talents to the University of Alabama.
Oh!
Go, bud.
Oh, man. Woo! Woo! That was wild. He said University of Alabama. He said that. Whoa.
Quanell, when did you know Colorado would be the best fit for you?
Really just, when I had to talk with Coach Sanders, Coach Prime, really just, having the connection with him and the coaching staff, Coach Phillips, Coach Rich Press, them always checking up on me. And then, like I said, the little quote, when I got up there, it felt like home. And I really just felt like I was at home. Literally didn't feel like I left Houston at all. So I just want to thank them and the coaching staff for helping them bring me in.
So what moment did you know it was Colorado? Was it on your official visit? I mean, what point of the recruitment were you like, yeah, I'm going to be a Buff?
Really just, what Colorado is known for with Travis Hunter, I seen what he done, what Coach Prime done with Travis Hunter. And really just, I always wanted to play both ways. You know, Coach Sanders had told me, you know, if I earn my stripes at the receiver position, that he'll let me play defense. So I feel like me being able to impact both sides of the ball.
That's what I said.
Plays a lot.
That's what I said.
Have you had a chance to tell Coach Prime that you're committed, or is he watching and finding out just like everybody else?
I know Coach Prime knew. I already had a conversation with him 2 days ago. The whole coaching staff already knew already.
All right, well, talk to the fans out in Boulder real quick. This is the last question. When Quanell Farrakhan Jr. steps on campus, what kind of player can the fans expect to get?
Really just a disciplined player at the end of the day. I'm going to be real disciplined on and off the field. You don't have to worry about the off-field issues. You don't have to worry about my actions on the field. You know, I'm going to always respect my last name at the end of the day, and I'm going to always represent that last name. So I feel like I'm going to always be respectful to everybody, to my religion, to the players, to the coaches. So, you know, just getting a respectful player, but you're also getting a dog like at the end of the day. Like Coach Sanders said, he wants dogs, so I'm a dog. You know,
Dog.
Another dog heading out to Boulder. Quanell, thank you for
Great stuff there, boys and girls. He has now committed to the Buffs. Had the Buffs a little bit of a shock there for a minute. You got to think, right? He pulled the Alabama hat and said, I'm committed to the University of Alabama. I've seen the hat pull before. You know what I mean? I've seen the hat trick, but now I'm committed to, says the school and then throws the hat. Like, he fully committed. That was good. Had his trick there for sure. When he went for the A&M hat, I already kind of felt like it. Somebody made a comment, when you didn't see Nebraska, you knew it was Colorado. The black and gold balloons, you felt confident in it. And like he just said in his interview, which I was stating before he committed, said, look, you got to believe that his opportunity to play on both sides of the ball was a very intriguing thing for him at Colorado. And like he just said, Coach Sanders told him, Coach Prime said, look, you earn your stripes at that wide receiver, which is what we're going after. We'll throw you on the side of the ball and let's get it done. Let's get after it. So another dog has ended up to the state of Boulder, Colorado, or state of Colorado. Let's take a look at this class for just a quick moment for the 2025 class, where this places them right now. Look, only a few commits for 2025 so far. I want to say there was the visits that happened during that weekend with the offensive lineman and Chauncey Gooden. He visited alongside, I want to say Juju alongside Quanell. That's 2 for 3 from that visit. All right. So Chauncey Gooden, 4-star inside offensive lineman. Now Quanell, 4-star wide receiver. Alex Graham, 3-star cornerback. Mantrell's Walker, 3-star linebacker. Then you got 3-star tight end and then a 3-star offensive tackle with 6'8", 350. Jay Gardenhire, who we've talked about on this show as well too. So starting to heat up with 5 total commits. Again, ranked 82nd as of now, much further along than last year. And I think Colorado will be taking some different approaches to the recruiting. I'm not expecting them to finish in the top 15 or top 20 or having 23-5 commits like other programs. I think they're going to be strategic in who they go after for their recruits and then continue to utilize the transfer portal like they have been. But great live show. I appreciate everybody tuning out. 400 strong on a live is absolutely fantastic. Fun. They're always fun to watch. I love watch parties, and I'm glad he had a little bit of fun with it. Threw the hat on. You know, I think he had, so even the chat was saying, hey, you had me a little nervous there. Had me a little nervous. So this is for the class of 2025 for you guys are asking. So you won't see them on the football field this coming season, but you will see them the following season. So big time stuff for the Buffs. Big time commit. Could we see more? Let me know in the comments down below. Could we see more before the season starts? That would mean Juju, if that's possible. If Juju falls, this class, I think it's the unknown, right? If Juju were to commit, I would take back my comments of this class not being big. I just think that if Juju goes, more will follow, right? That's just kind of just the name of the game. So thank you guys for the likes. Almost 500 people in here. Again, we're trying to get to 10,000 subs before the end of the season. We need about just less than 200. So if you help us get there, that would mean a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. If you did, you know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, baby.